Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Stampers, and I am here with another video to show you a simple technique. You know me, it's all about Stampin' Made Simple. And today I want to share the half full stamp set that's in the 2017 holiday catalog. My number one favorite by far. You may have seen before I've made comments, but we make wine, and so anything to do with wine just really makes me happy, and I absolutely love this set. So it was one of the first ones I started playing with when I got my new products out of the holiday catalog, and this is my first creation that I want to share with you. Now this style of image just screamed watercoloring for me. And I don't know about you, but watercolor scares me. I'm not an artist. I actually tried taking a watercolor class, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was determined to learn how to watercolor. I failed miserably. I'm sticking to stamping. But anyway, there was a few things that I learned when I took that watercolor class that has really helped me to do quick and easy watercoloring. My watercoloring, I don't consider it artistic watercoloring by any means. Those of you that are artists out there probably cringe when you watch how I watercolor, but hey, it works and it's simple. So, got several tips for you. I use an aqua painter, okay, and my ink pads. Now, tip number one, and this really doesn't have anything to do with watercoloring per se. I always struggled with filling my aqua painter with water, so I came up with this awesome idea when I was at the store buying hair products one day. This is just a color applicator bottle that I bought from the beauty supply store. I filled it with water and I cut the tip off, so there's a fairly decent size hole there, and I just keep that at my stamping desk. So now when my aqua painter needs refilling, it is super easy. Just, we dripped there. Just squirt some water in there without having to run to my sink. And we dribbled, but that's par for the course. And screw it back on and we are good to go. So that just sits at my stamping desk. Okay, now when I watercolor, like I said, I like to use my stamp pads. So to start, I just squeeze them to get some ink up on the top. So we have Cherry Cobbler that I found was the closest to wine color for red wine. And then So Saffron seems to be working pretty good for white wine, kind of the yellow tone. So we're going to get both of those pads out here and ready. Now, if when you squeeze them, you feel like you don't have enough ink on there, you can always take your refill bottle, which I think I did this earlier, and just place a drop of ink on there, and that just gives you a little bit more on your lid. So let's go ahead and just color these wine bottles. Now, what I learned works the best for me is, well, first off, make sure your aqua painter's, the water's flowing through there. So I just kind of do it on my finger. There's water coming out. We're good to go. So what we're going to do is one section at a time, and you actually want to lay down water first. Okay, and I am using the shimmery white cardstock. Whisper white does not work good for this. And then, as you can see, when I come in here, I am kind of just dabbing it. Let the water make this ink flow. Okay, the more water, the more it flows. And by putting that water on there first, that's what made it flow instead of me coming in and actually painting. Okay, so let's do that again. Clean your brush off. We're going to come down. We're going to do the bottom. Now you should get it wet enough so you can actually see the water on there. I don't know if you can on the video. Kind of get it pooled up a little bit. And then when I come in here with my ink, see how the water just makes it flow. You don't want it real solid. You don't want, leave a few little white spots on there. And then I actually kind of tried to get it shaded a little bit. So I'll come in here and just dab more on that left side. You know, if it looks like you need some more color, come in here and just see the dabbing and almost swirling motion. To me, I liked that look rather than, you know, like I said, just painting it. So let's do the white one in the same way. Make sure you clean your brush, and we're going to just paint in. And by painting each section, that's what kind of holds that color when you dab it into that section. So now we can come in and just kind of dab it quick. Okay, remember, the one thing I learned when I took that watercolor class was loose wrist. Okay, don't be stiff. Want some darker color on this side? I can come in and just dab. Then we'll come down here. There's a little color on there, but that's okay. Get lots of water down. And then come in with more, and you can see how that just spreads around there. And that's how I watercolor, keeping it simple. Now let's look at the card I made. I used those two colors. Then here I used Marina Mist and Lemon Lime Twist just to put a little color on the label. Smoky Slate I thought worked perfect for the little wrap at the top of it. With this one I did the little label on here. Now don't worry about the dimensions. I am going to have a link in the description to this video to the blog post that shows this card, and it'll give you a list of all the supplies I used and all the measurements so you could easily make this card. And then on the inside I made it a happy birthday card. For that I just used the special celebration stamp set. This is one of my go-to for words for just about any occasion. And there you go. Oh, I don't think I told you because I pre-stamped these for you. Make sure when you're watercoloring, you're using the archival black. This is waterproof. Give it a few seconds to dry. You want to make sure it's dry, but this will not smear as you're watercoloring, and that's really important because if it's not an archival one, you start coloring on here and the water is going to just smear that black and muddy up your image. So again, there's our card. Check for the blog post for all the details, and as always, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you with all your stamping needs. If you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd be honored to be that person. Let me know if you need a catalog or if I can help you in any way. If you need to purchase Stampin' Up! Products, I would love to be that demonstrator and have you purchase from me. Again, link will be down in the description of the video. So have a stamp happy day and try some watercoloring.